What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, C-Dub, aka Whit, and
EJ.
Hey, it's early. It's like 6:10, 6:15, and we're on our way to CCCDR. For some of you guys that may not know what that means Crown City Cyclist Donut Ride. This will be his first time doing it. We're going to ride with Group B, the slower Group B, just to give them the experience. Sit back, relax, and enjoy more from your boy, C-Dub, aka Whit. Peace. All right, beautiful people. So the plan of action is we're going to head over to Monty's house and meet up with him, get kitted up, and then ride over to Pat and Deb's house for 7 o'clock, for the 7 o'clock start of the donut ride. And so, of course, as some of you may remember, the first portion from 7 to 7:30 is pretty much just a chill warm-up ride, and then once we get to Stardust Donut Shop in Imperial Beach, then the slugfest goes down. But again, for Elijah and myself, we will be just hanging back with the Group B. Probably should be called Group C, but we'll be hanging with them just to get him acclimated to the environment. So looking for a great time, and we will get his response and reaction to this grand old ride here momentarily. All right, y'all, so we are finally dressed. So let's get Elijah's quick reaction to how he feels about today's ride. So Elijah, how do you feel about today's ride?
A little nervous because I've never done it before. I believe it would be pretty long because it's kind of like a whole island. So, yeah.
All right. All right, y'all, so it's about to go down. We're on the pad just waiting for the donut team or the donut crew to come out. Go inside. Waiting for the donut squad to show up, and we'll hook up with them, and then we'll make our way down to Imperial Beach. Let's get it. What's going on, road runners? So I'm not sure what the word was for today, but I didn't see too much of any of the CCCDR folks. Didn't see too many people riding up the strand except for some local time trialists because I believe it's the leapfrog or jump frog triathlon going on this weekend. So pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to just take Elijah around, run him through Imperial Beach, and just, getting some miles and some hours in his legs. Right now we are currently at 38 minutes and 51 seconds and just at 9 miles. So far so good. How are you feeling?
Good. I feel good.
All right. He says he feels good, so we're going to keep pushing and just get some more miles in his legs. So it's not the donut ride that we anticipated, but it's a ride, and that's all that matters. That was the Super Frog Triathlon that's going to be taking place tomorrow. I believe it's a 70.3, and it will be going down starting here in Imperial Beach. So it was nice to kind of ride through there with Elijah. And now we're going to head to Two Wheels Cycling Boutique. And I'm going to teach him how to change a flat, just so that he knows how to do it before he actually has to do it, if you know what I mean. All right, beautiful people, so we are now at Two Wheels, and I am going to show Elijah how to change a flat tire. So we are here, check them out.
What's up, Whit?
What's up, man? Doing good, doing good. So let's teach him, show him how to change this flat, and that's what you're gonna see right here. All right, so of course, as you guys just saw, what we need is we need a Pedro's tire lever. Of course, you need an inner tube, and most certainly you need a air pump. You can also use CO2. So we're gonna now take off the rear tire, or the front tire, because that's the easier of the two, and then I'm gonna show him how to change the tire out. So enjoy. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is you're going to find the valve here. All right, so the valve, this part right here, spin. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna spin that, and then you're gonna, it's gonna come up to the top of this, and you're gonna push it down and then get it out. All the way. And then one in. So now that you got the air out the tire, usually the air will probably already be coming out of the tire because something's punctured it or whatever, there's something in it. Or it's a really slow leak and you feel it getting squishy, but it's not all the way squishy yet. Makes sense? All right, so that's all the way out. So then what you're gonna do is you're going to take the tire, whichever side, and you want to squeeze it in. So squeeze it. And what that does is that takes it out of, the rim has, like so the rim has this channel, you know, so then you have but then there's another channel like this. Well, the tire has the male end that locks into that. So when you push this out, you're pushing that male end out of the female end. Does that make sense? So you do that. Once you get it all out, you can do both sides if you want, just to make sure. All right, so then what you want to always do, you want to have a valve down. So valve at 6 o'clock. All right, so you put the valve down, and this is where your tire level comes in. Makes sense? So then you use your tire level, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tire, you're gonna fold it over. Makes sense? And so then this gives you room to be able to stick the tire lever inside. Makes sense? So I'm gonna have you do it. So again, valve, 6 o'clock, come to the top, pull it over, stick it in. Once you got it in there, it's just like that. You see how I pull it over just like that? So I want you to do it now. 6 o'clock. All right, so now what you do is you pull it towards you. So grab the tire. So stop right there, I'll show you. I'll have you do that. So since you're in there already, you'll take the tire, what I usually grab in front of it, and just pull towards me. Does that make sense? So pull towards me. Make sense? And just keep going all the way around the tire. All the way. Make it where it's easier to get it. Nope. You're holding behind it. Hold in front of it. Keep it there. Keep it So now that you got so now all of the tires out, So then again, the valve is at 6 o'clock. You come in, you just can feel it, and then you can take the tire out. That makes sense? So you can take it all the way out. And it's been a while anyway, so it's probably good just to take it out and reset it back in there. So take it all the way out like this. And then you just fold that over it. And then it comes out, all right? All right, so then once you have your tire out, usually this is already flat. Makes sense? So you'll discard of that. But what you then will do is you'll take your fingers and you'll rub inside your tire to make sure that there's nothing in there. That makes sense? So rub your fingers inside the tire so you can kind of use, as you use this hand, you can rub on the left side and then use your right hand to rub on the right side. And you're just trying to make sure that there's nothing poking your tire. Or you're trying to find if whatever flattens your tire is still in your tire. Or, you know what I'm saying? So if sometimes there's nothing in there, but sometimes it could be. Did you feel something?
No,
that's fine. So the tread, if you're gonna get punctures in the tread a lot, the tread can take many punctures and still be good. But if you take a major blow on the right sides, the sides of your tire, the tires are usually no good after that. It's called a sidewall puncture. And that's what locks into your rim. And it's like that on both sides, all right? All right, so then you checked your tire, everything is good to go. So the way I instruct people, and of course, usually if your inner tube has been punctured, there's usually like a chalky substance on the inside of the tire, and usually you see it on the outside. So you can kind of just do a quick little inspection of your inner tube. Like here, since we took it out, just rub it, make sure there's nothing in it. Especially since we know there's no flat. So you just rub it like that, everything is good. All right, so what I tell people when they're about to put a new inner tube or any inner tube back in the tire is to blow it up. You can actually put your mouth on here and blow it up. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna blow it up for you just because, for just lesson's sake. So again, there's no air in here. And then I blew it up as you saw. And then I just sealed it. All right, so now there's some air in here, which what it does is it gives you some body to put it back in there. If it was flat, like if it was flat like that, what can happen is you can find yourself getting a pinch flat, meaning that the part of your inner tube got stuck in between the bead and your rim. So when you aired it all the way up and you start riding on it, the rim either cut the inner tube or the bead of your tire cut the inner tube, and there you go, with them flat again. And usually you can tell they're more slits than actual punctures. Also, the difference between a cut or a puncture is the sound. If it's a cut, it'll be like, if it's a poke, it'll be like, or the flat will happen slowly over time. That means you have a slow.
The cut, you probably wouldn't have it.
Yeah, and quick, exactly. All right, so now we got some air in there. So now what we're doing is we're gonna check the rim to find, all right, so we see that the valve goes there. So again, pull the tire back. We're gonna insert the valve in the hole, push it back through, right? And then, yeah, pull it over. And I get this part on there first, and then what I do is kind of like a big old pie. So when I have it like that, I usually take it, sit it on like this, or I roll it around, put the valve towards me. And then what I do is I set the inner tube in the tire like this. So the inner tube is on top, makes sense? So the inner tube is on top, the valve is already in there. So now it's just me opening up the tire to stick the tube back in. Does that make sense? At that point, the place that you first start is you start right here again at the valve. All right? Make sure that your valve is straight. Monty, you know all about that. Make sure your valve is straight. So what you do now is you'll push your valve down or push it into the tire. And reason being is because that valve right there fills up this area around the tire and the rim. So it's harder if you keep your valve all the way pulled out to try to get this part of your tire seated back in the rim. It's very hard. So push your valve into the tire, And you can, if you feel right here, you'll feel me push it. You see, I'm pushing it in. You see that? So now that I have that little bit of space, I can take it. You see the valve there. So I take it, and what I do there, when I do that, I push it in, and this gives me that room to start seating. What's going on, man? So you see how the tire tried to jump on that? So I push it up like that. Once I got the valve and the pushed in, I got the tire reseated, then I pull it back out. See that? So now I got that part already seated, and then you just work it around. But what you have to do is, when you're working, you work both sides. You have to watch the tire because of the inner tube. The inner tube will try to see how right here. So you got to watch that. So you just pull it up. Yep. See the tube right there. So you just got to be careful because sometimes that can cut it. So when you get there, you got to kind of do it quick. Some tires won't let you get it over with your hands. So what you have to do is you have to stick your lever. If you ever get a tire that doesn't let you or in rim, that doesn't let you get the tire back on the rim with just your hands, what I have learned to do is turn your lever. Usually we stick the lever in this way to pull it out, but to reverse it, turn it this way, stick it inside the tire, and now it helps you to clamp onto the rim. And then you can kind of leverage the tire, and then you can push it onto the rim. And you just work your way down. But you have to be careful because you can also puncture or cut your inner tube. Air back in the rim. Last step we'll do before you air it up is you do an inspection. So you just do like this to make sure that none of the inner tube is between the tire and the rim. That makes sure that the inner tube is all the way on the inside of the tire. Okay. So you'll make sure you open it up like that, and make sure so you can't see anything in there. Make sure there's no inner tube in that part. All right. I always watch out, scroll a little bit. What I always do is I always air my tires now with my valve down. Makes sense. Even if I heard some people, if you have tubeless, valve up so that all the sealant sits at the bottom. But since we don't have any of that, have anything to worry about that, I use the valve down. So then now we can relieve the valve. And again, just push it a little bit. What that does is it relieves that plug so that you can put air in it. Take your pump. Find which is the right one, which is the smaller one. And of course, there's no air in it, so you just push all the way down, and it's going to go into the tire. But then you start airing up. So you may get confused sometimes. Remember, skewer on the left side. That's how you change a flat, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you change a flat. You have any questions?
No, I think that was it.
All righty. How you feeling?
Good. I'm ready to go ride again.
He's ready to go ride again. So Monty just has arrived. Check him out. That's a sleepyhead guy. We literally went to his house. I texted, said we're here. No response. Looked at the garage. Wasn't there. I was like, we gotta go because it's like 7 o'clock. So we had to look. But I didn't see anybody though. Say it again. So I asked him what's the most important part of changing a flat. We got bikes back. We're gonna stay out here.
Changing the flat would be checking if the inner tube is on top of the rim so it can cut your rim.
Okay. So making sure that you don't get a pinch flat, right? Awesome. That's good. What are the essential tools that you need for changing a flat?
If you don't have a pump, maybe have some CO2. A tool. And maybe having an extra inner tube.
That's it. You gotta have that inner tube. So of course you gotta have the pedal tire lever, gotta have some air of some sort, CO2 or a pump, and you gotta have that inner tube, baby. You gotta have that inner tube. Burger King, here we come. So we're at Burger King now. Now it's time to go eat. Let's go eat. And we're roughly about 24 miles in right now. And let's get Elijah's assessment. Come here. So talk to us. Talk to the fam. Let us know how you feel. Give us more than I'm okay. All right, so he's
Feeling good. The sprint that we did almost killed me, but afterwards, but like 3 minutes afterwards, I was okay. So
that's good. So I did like 1,300 watts. Monty did like 1,600 watts. And it was just to stay with him, just so that you guys could see him and see him slant it. So once we get some upgrades done on his bike, he'll be good to go. One update that we just did was got him some cycling shoes. So those should be here very, very soon. And when those come in, there will be an unboxing, and he'll be the one unboxing that. So there's more coming to the channel. There's more coming to the family. So we about to eat this Burger King, enjoy ourselves, and that's it for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Please comment, like, subscribe. On to the next one with your boy C-Dub, aka Crit with Monty, EJ. Peace.